Hey guys, Jay here. Thanks for checking out the video. So this is my F1 fantasy team for the 2024 Japanese Grand Prix. Now, I actually recorded this video yesterday, but I wasn't too happy with the way it came out. I was changing some settings on my VSeeFace to try and get some facial expressions, but I don't think it came out very well. So this is a kind of a re-recording. Before I show you my team, I'm going to show you my results for the Australian Grand Prix. So you can see here, got 129 points, the same as Saudi Arabia. And here is a breakdown. Max unfortunately got that DNF, and he's also my turbo driver, so I got minus 20 points. Lance Stroll, 16 points. He was my highest scoring driver. See here, qualified in 9th, finished in 6th, and got 3 positions. With Alonso next with 9 points. Unfortunately, he got that 20-second penalty after the race, otherwise he would have scored more. So qualified 10th, finished in 8th because of that penalty, 2 positions. And then Kevin Magnussen got me 8 points. Kevin Magnussen I brought in for who did I bring him in for? I can't remember. Oh, Pierre Gasly. I brought K-Mag in for Gasly. And yeah, he got me 8 points, and Alexander Albon got me 4 points. In the last video, I had to decide whether to keep Albon or Williams, and I went with Albon because I was worried about Sargent. And ironically, Albon had that crash in free practice, but luckily for me, he was given the go-ahead to have the car for the race. Then Ferrari, 92 points with that 1-2 finish. And then finally Haas, who I brought in for Williams, getting me a nice 20 points. So that was my team for Australia. So I have already updated my team. So I'll just go show you. Here it is. So obviously keeping Max, and now I decided to play my limitless chip. So I brought in Perez for Stroll, Leclerc for Alonso, Sainz for K-Mag, and Lando Norris for Alexander Albon. Keeping Ferrari and bringing in Red Bull for Haas, sorry. So going all out. The original plan was to go Max, Norris, Piastri, Sainz, Alonso, I think was the original plan. But I've just decided to go both Red Bulls, both Ferraris, and then I had to choose out of Piastri or Norris for McLaren. And I decided to go with Norris because out of the 2 drivers, I'm a Norris fan. That's the only reason. Talking of McLaren, usually I wear a McLaren t-shirt because I'm a McLaren fan, as you know. But in this case, I'm wearing a Ferrari t-shirt, and that's because of this man right here, Carlos Sainz. Really happy that he got that win. I know Max got the DNF, but really happy for Sainz. And at the time of this recording, how does he not have a seat? Just for context, it's 2 days after the race, so like, you know, hopefully there'll be some news by the time this video comes out that Sainz is being, like, you know, at least talked about for a seat. Well, I mean, he's already being talked about for a seat, but I mean, hopefully there'll be some update on him actually having a seat for next year by the time this comes out. So yeah, that is my team for Japan. In terms of the leagues, I'll just go to the pinned leagues because they couldn't see any new leagues when I did this yesterday. For the World Championship, I have gone up a little bit, so we're going in the right direction. Obviously still miles away from the top, but we've gone up every round so far, so we are heading in the right direction. But obviously you've got a lot of catching up to do, but I'll take that. And then for the Papaya Stealth Open, and again I'll put the pin in the video and share it with you in a sec. It's an open league, just for a bit of fun, bit of bragging rights. Please feel free to join. I'm currently in 2nd. You can see here I've got some catching up to do. And here is the pin again if you'd like to join. So yeah, statistics wise, so in terms of the fantasy points scored, you can see Leclerc is at the top, then Checo, Carlos, Max, and then Oscar. We've then got the average fantasy points with Sainz at the top, which makes sense. Leclerc, Perez, Oliver Bearman, who obviously got that 7th place in Saudi, and then Max. Now, this one, I'm keeping an eye on the valuation changes, because you see here K-Mag is gone up 1.5 million in 3 rounds. So he's one to keep an eye on. We've also got Stroll, 1.3 million increase in value. No one to keep an eye on. Otherwise, we've got Leclerc, Perez, and Sainz. Driver selection, at the time of this recording, Albon is still at the top, with Max 2nd, and Daniel is still in 3rd, Daniel Ricciardo, which I imagine that may change by the time this video comes out. I do feel for him, but he does need to pick it up because Yuki is just walking all over him at the moment. Then we've got Leclerc and then Alonso. Value for money, again, K-Mag is up there and so is Piastri. Leclerc top, Sainz, Perez. Then overtakes, K-Mag. Seriously, I think K-Mag is an underdog at the moment. K-Mag 13 overtakes in 3 races at the top, with Checo 2nd, Albon, Ocon, and then Stroll. And I've said this before, I think Stroll is underrated when it comes to F1 fantasy. He was either the top or one of the top for overtakes last season. So when it comes to overtakes, Stroll is one to keep an eye on. And then of course we've got podiums, top 10 finishes, DNFs, and fastest laps. I'm not going to delve too much into this because it's still early days. And then driver of the day, we've got Sainz again. So 2 Grand Prix entries, 2 driver of the days. Yeah, you know what? You can't fault the guy. Like, before the season started, hearing the news about Lewis going to Ferrari, Sainz not having a seat for next year as it stands, he's just basically gone, okay, and just basically crapped all over that, proving his point, basically, proving his worth. So yeah. So sorry it's a short and sweet one for this video. But like I say, I recorded it yesterday. Well, actually, the first recording I did, I forgot to turn the microphone on, so I actually recorded it twice yesterday. But I wasn't too happy with the way it came out, so I wanted to just redo it. So when this video comes out, in theory, that means that next week should be my first F1 Manager career mode video, playing as Aston Martin but with a little bit of a twist. And as it stands, it will be the Brazilian sprint race and Grand Prix. I may do the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, so it may change, but at the moment it will be the Sao Paulo Brazilian sprint and Grand Prix in season 1, and hopefully there'll be more of that down the line. For anyone that's new to the channel, I basically do racing and sports, fantasy teams, and gaming. With the start of the F1 season, it does mean my main focus is back on F1 fantasy, but I'd like to bring in some more fantasy team stuff over the year. I can only commit to 1 video a week at the moment, every Thursday. So on non-race weekends, it will be either a different fantasy team from a different sport, or it might be a gaming video. So I've got some AEW, I've got some football, and obviously I've started my F1 Manager career now as well. I also have an anime artwork and gaming channel called DelermainSports Creative, which I release a video on every Sunday. So if you're into anime or just general gaming, then please check that out. But yeah, for this channel, I'm trying to slowly transition to more fantasy team stuff now that I'm finding it a little bit easier to talk again and stuff like that. If you want more information on that, then just go to the channel description page and it will explain about my health conditions. So yeah, all that said, guys, if you would like to follow my team this season, then please hit the subscribe button and support the channel. If you like the team or like the video for any reason, then please hit the thumbs up. Or the opposite, if you don't like the team or if you don't like the video for any reason, please hit the thumbs down. But what I would really like to know is your thoughts in the comments. You know, who's in your team? How do you think the season's going? What's your thoughts on my team? You know, let's have a discussion. Let's have a a debate or just a general chat on who we think's, you know, good, bad, you know, who's going to get a seat for next year, where they're going to go, etc. Let's just have a bit of fun with it, and yeah. So thank you for watching, and I wish you luck for the Japanese Grand Prix if you're playing F1 Fantasy, and I will talk to you again for the Chinese Grand Prix. Thank you for watching. Bye.